So the topic is actually about President Trump and how he is destroying or running America. My question to you is, what's your thoughts? What's your stance on everything that's going on? First, I'm going to just throw out, we know the embarrassment in the Oval Office, as some are calling it, but just hold off on that for a minute. I would like to ask you about the firing of federal employees, big boying them, having Elon Musk, who runs Doge, or maybe he doesn't run Doge. That has not been clear. But the, on one hand, he's sending out these emails as if he's running Doge, talking about Elon Musk. Trump is totally supporting, said he got my full support. I wish that Elon Musk would do more. That's President Trump's stance on this situation. So my question, does he run Doge? Is he a part of Doge? What's the situation? Let's clarify that. President Trump has not clarified that. Either way, what gives him the authority to tell federal employees, you list this, you tell me about your job, which he don't even have the experience or the know-how to understand their job. So we have the firing of the federal employees. Then the next point is the massive tax cuts for billionaires. We're talking about $4 trillion worth of tax cuts. 4 trillion. So basically, who's going to pick up that load? Who's going to pay for that? The regular working American citizen will be paying that price. So these billionaires are not going to be paying taxes, but people, just look at this for a minute. The ones who are going to pay the taxes, people who make 30,000 annually, maybe 40,000, maybe 50,000. And in some instances, you will have employees who are only making like 20,000. That's who's going to be paying for the taxes to cover up for this 4 trillion in tax breaks. I love Juice World. What's up? I see you. Appreciate you tapping in. Thank you. Another thing, Colton is a Greece. What's up? Appreciate you joining in. Thank all y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The next thing, talking about these tax breaks that we given to the rich and who's going to pay for it? Regular working people, because we're not going to get the tax breaks. And as I mentioned, you're talking about employees who making 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Even if you make 100,000, which to some of us may sound like a lot, but $100,000 is not a lot after you taking out taxes, then you got expenses, you got gas, you got everything else that goes with it. And also, when we make more, in some instances, we spend more. So if we get a raise from 50,000 and now you're making 60, but you increase your spending, you really have an advance. So that was another issue talking about, President Trump and his $4 trillion tax cut. The next issue I want to, focus on is the cutting of these programs, man. Medicaid, Medicare, tapping into the education department, HBCUs, which are historically black colleges and universities, man. Things are being cut. And to some of us, we might feel like it say, can you listen to a song I like? I love Juice World. Okay. What song are you talking about, sir? What song, if I can ask, are you talking about? You said you love Juice World. Can you listen to a song? I can, but give me a minute. I'm gonna talk about a few more things, and then I would give you a chance to play a portion of your song. That's all right. Memories. Okay. Is it PG rated? What is it, man? Let me know, man. But as I was saying, these programs, Medicaid, and this will affect our parents and our grandparents. You know, this is not a good thing. And my question is President Trump destroying the country? Is President Trump destroying our country and the freedoms that we've been used to? Because we living with a new reality. What's going to be done? I know there's a lot of people who are challenging some of the stuff that he's doing. He's in court. There's been lawsuits by federal employees and others. So people are not just sitting by. They are fighting against it as best as they could. Now let me ask you about the meeting with President Trump, J.D. Vance, and President Zelensky. Have you seen it? Let me know if you saw it. Y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all saw that meeting. And then number two, the second part of that, what's your thoughts about what went on? For those who haven't seen it, President Trump, I would love that, sir. If you're being honest, if I could donate, I would donate. Uh, yeah, I would love for you to do that if you can, my brother. Um, 35 days before you ask that question, please. Okay, was it Renee Santana? You said, bro, give it more than 35 days before you ask that question. What question are you talking about? Are you talking about the meeting with President Trump and JD Vance and Zelensky? So let me know the question you was asking. Was that related to that question or something else? Renee, where you at? Let me hear you. Give what 35 days? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What do you want me to give 35 days? You said give it 35 days. Okay. Well, if you come back, Renee, let me know what you was talking about specifically, and then maybe I can address why, or maybe I could wait, but let me know what you're talking about first, and then we'll go from there. But as I was saying, President Trump, JD Vance, they invited Zelensky, who is the president of Ukraine, over to United States. The goal or the purpose is to end the war. That was the plan. Well, Donald Trump came up with these disagreement. He wanted them to pay for it. So he had a contract ready. In the contract, it was saying that you will give us an exchange. You're gonna give us your minerals, and you sign this over. And they just felt like we in a better position than the Ukrainians, and he's going to have to sign it. And also, what Trump did to make a spectacle of it, he put it on live. He wanted to do this live instead of doing it behind closed doors. And as they're on live, getting ready to sign the paper, they they started belittling him and blaming him for the war. In the past, they even called him a dictator. Hey, the one that said you're a donate, go if you're going to donate, go ahead and do that, man. If you were serious about that, I don't know what's going on, but you're more than free to do that. But as I was saying, they called him over, started belittling him. In part of the video that I saw, Trump pointing in his face, in threatening manner, and talking about you're not in a position. Your people need you. You're going to lead to World War III. But the main thing is when you look at the whole picture, Russia president, the Russian president, the Russian president, the one invaded their country. They invaded Ukraine, and they actually were the aggressors in this situation. Zelensky from Ukraine is defending his country, and that's That's what's going on. Hey, man, it's a thought that count, but I appreciate you, man. Continue to support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's not why I come here, but I was just asking the question to you when you had left that note. But appreciate you, man. Much respect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here, man, because, first of all, the love for my country, the love for my peoples as an African American, and just, want to just live life and continue to enjoy some of the freedoms that we have. A lot of the freedoms were fought by our ancestors. Let me get into that. A lot of the freedoms that we had were fought, by our ancestors. And I don't want to scare some, but I do want to speak on certain things. There was a time, this even after slavery. This is even the truth. 209. You said, how is Trump destroying our country? Give me a minute. Let me explain, and I got you. You said, how is Trump destroying our country? My man, thanks for asking that question. Um, Part of your question is obvious. We see the things that he's doing that if anybody else besides Trump would have did it, most people would be screaming, why? What is he doing that for? People complain about Obama for the Affordable Care Act, creating Obamacare, health care to help people. So I'm gonna let you interrupt for a minute and I'm gonna go ahead and address the Truth 209. So how is Trump destroying our country? Trump is so far from what I've been saying and others have been saying, you can't even disagree with him. He will come after you if you disagree with him. So he don't have like people from the other sides of the aisle. It's one way, his way or the highway, kind of like a dictatorship. He cut federal jobs. And y'all can say that, well, he's saving money, he's finding fraud. The biggest fraud is probably, if you want to find some fraud, look at these billions of dollars in contracts that he's given to Elon Musk. Elon Musk just got a new contract, but they trying to cut and save money. He just got a new contract worth billions through SpaceX and Starlink. Billions of dollars while you cutting Medicaid and Medicare. Come on, man. Let me read what you're saying because you done wrote a lengthy little thing. Let me see. Okay, these other presidents, other politicians do as Trump is more open and blunt forward. Okay, I give you that. Yeah, some stuff has been going on. Maybe the people have done stuff blatant, but in addition to that, Trump has tried to attack Black History Month, DEI, a code word for him, thinking that I'm attacking blacks and minorities because we're hiring people who are not qualified, and even suggesting that qualified people equal white, brilliant people. Let me say this, man. They're brilliant people of all races and colors and all that. Don't look at a black person or a Latino or anybody other than a white man as being unqualified. Because when you throw out these DEIs, which stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, giving everybody a chance is what it actually stands for. Is like that's all it is. So you're giving these qualified people who have the degrees, but we're still being told no because of their race or gender. So basically, that's another thing I wanted to do, speak about for us how Trump is destroying this country. And please tell me you feel the vibe and all that he's doing. My question to you, man, what's that name again? The Truth 209, my man. The Truth. Listen, first of all, why you don't have a picture on your profile, man? Show yourself, man. Don't hide behind the piano. Don't hide behind the keyboard. Show yourself, man, and we can have better dialogue. But how is he destroying the country? Open your eyes and see. He destroying it domestically within this country with these jobs, That's why even Republicans are upset with some of the stuff that he's doing. And then internationally, foreign, not just domestically, but also foreign, because remember, he wanted to put tariffs, and he's going to put tariffs on Canada, which is a neighbor who been nothing but a friend. So it's like he don't care about nobody. I'm coming out big and strong. Why are you doing that? You couldn't even take a year to investigate it and research it and see. No, because in my opinion, you and Elon Musk, JD Vance, are part of it as well, want to so-called take over the world. We want to control the world. It's just the best that it ever been. Lies, lies. So to my man Truth 209, that's part of the how he's destroying. That's just part of it, man. I ain't even dug up the rest, but that's part of how President Trump is destroying the country. He divisive, and in addition to being racist, I consider him racist with the actions that he's done and continue to do. He support white supremacy. That's why when during one of the marches and a man ran a car into the protesters, and then they showed the Proud Boys and the different uh, supremacists come through. Donald Trump said there were good people on both sides. When they ran up in the into the Capitol on January 6th, y'all remember that? Some of these white supremacists, they ran up after he charged them. He the one motivatedly charged them. Yo, this and that. You got to stand up for your rights. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at some of these comments. Listen, my man Truth 209, what we not gonna do, right? We're not gonna come on this live and try to disrespect me or anybody else. Talking about, do you have a job? Do you have a job, sir? So let's be respectful. He said you have no idea what a tariff is. And basically, I know enough. I have done research. I ain't no clown off the street, educated, have degrees. That don't mean nothing though. But don't try to play me, man. But I can tell you this: who pays for the tariffs are the American people. Trump ain't paying for these tariffs at all. So he can be like, I'm gonna do this. The man said on day one, when I get in office, I'm gonna lower the price of eggs. I'm gonna do this. Another lie from the pits of hell, man. The man's not thinking about the American people. He have not done one thing to help the American people. These tariffs is going to drive prices up. You're going to see when they kick in on Tuesday. Some more tariffs are going to kick in on Tuesday, and then you'll see the after effects after that. So yeah, I do have an idea about tariffs. Thank you though. But we're gonna be respectful. We ain't gonna be trying to attack nobody, talking about what you do. No, what do you do, man? What do you do? But man, I appreciate everybody that's here, man. I want to thank y'all for support, your thoughts, you know. But I ask when you come, man, be respectful, attack the topic, don't attack the individuals. Those are some of my rules, man. You attack the topic, whether you agree with it or not. You give your point of view, and then let somebody challenge that point of view. Let me go through these comments, man. Let me see. But thank you, my man, Truth 209. Appreciate you for for your giving your input. Uh, I'm still waiting for Renee Santana. Uh, the picture is small. You do have a picture there. I appreciate you putting that picture up. Okay, Renee. Renee. I thank y'all, man. But listen, as I was saying, man, how do you think? I want to hear your comments on that. How do you think it went at the White House? Because it seemed very embarrassing because they tried to ambush Zelensky, but it didn't go how they thought it was going to go. Share your thoughts, man, if you saw the video. But like I said, they had him in had him in the Oval Office. Trump was pointing in his face. JD Vance saying, "You need to be thankful," and it seemed as if President Trump and JD Vance was kind of, taking the side of Russia and President Putin more so than they was Zelensky. They telling him, "Listen, man, we give you this, we give you that. You're going to lead to World War III." So I do want to hear, man, your thoughts about that. What are your thoughts about that meeting? Was it embarrassing? You agree with Trump and JD Vance, or do you agree with Zelensky? How some are saying that he stood his ground, he stood up like a man, and he didn't bow down to the big bully who is Donald Trump. Let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts. Let me check his comments. Let me know your thoughts on that, man. Let me know. Let me know. Listen, I'm not real savvy with the setup. I got to look at it later on and stroll through it and see what you know what I can learn. I haven't done this vertical live in a minute, so let me know, is the sound how the sound the sound check, mic check one. Let me know how to sound. Can you hear me clear? Thank you, my brother. Listen, man. Wow, he said you look kind of like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I appreciate that, man, but I'm nowhere on that man's level, you know. Thank you, man. Good point, man. You said you 45 years old and you haven't seen a president that did anything that affected your life, my man. And I understand, like, you talking about your daily, day-to-day activities and the things that you do. Every president, whether we know it or not, believe it or not, affects our lives somewhere or another. But I do understand what you're saying. Like, on your day to day, like, you continue to struggle, and I feel you on that every day, no matter what president, it ain't been a benefit. And then, like, let's speed up to like up to the 2000s when they gave out stimulus checks. Some people still psyched about that. That's the only thing they can see. They can't see the little policies that change their daily life. They just see and that's all they know. I got a check. I got a check, and then they excited about that. But my man, the Truth 209, that was good, man. Appreciate that. Oh man, I appreciate that, Renee. Thank you. Respect, respect. I appreciate that. I see your comment. You have a great day too. And then Renee, I would keep an eye on you, even if you're dim, my boy. Thanks for pronouncing my name right. Listen, man. Actually, let me just say this. Actually, I don't necessarily have a political I'm not bound by a political party or viewpoint. I seek the truth and what's best for me and my people and my family. That's what I look at the most, man. What's best for me, my people, and my family, man. And right now, Trump is nowhere. He just ain't even on the list, man, because there's so many when you do the list of pros and cons, man, his cons is like this. I'd be scratching it to try to list a pro from Donald Trump for me and my people, especially as a black man, but just even as an American, an everyday working American. So I'm not really a dim, but I appreciate that though. Short for Democrat. Oh man, I appreciate that truth that you can hear me. Because I was concerned whether, I can be heard or not. But I gotta go back and look at this and see what I can do with it, make sure that the audio continue to be right and the visual. But I want to thank y'all, man. And like I was asking, let me catch this. Oh man, that's what's up. That's what's up. See, that's what I'm talking about. We ain't gotta agree on everything, man. But put the stuff that we agree with and work from there. I'm gonna share this with y'all. I read this in a book, and it was really talking about us as African Americans. Not saying you're African American. I'm just saying in this book, but you can apply it broader. In this book, I read this passage that was so strong, man, almost brought tears to my eyes. They started off, they said, Black people, right? We can have 99 things in common, right? 99 things in common, and have one thing that we disagree with, right? We got 99 things we got in common, and one thing we disagree with. For the sake of the one thing we disagree with, we gonna cut each other off. Ain't messing with that clown. He this or she that or whatever, whatever. And then it followed up, and this is what it said: white people, and this ain't true for everybody. This was a general statement that was in the book, and I read it, and I'm sharing it with you. They said white people can have 99 differences. Hear me clearly, man. They said white people can have 99 differences, things that they disagree about, and have one thing that they do agree with. For the sake of that one thing that they agree with, the one thing, mind you, they got 99 things that they do not agree with, but they got one thing that they agree with. For the sake of that one thing, they work together. Let me share that again for those who missed it. They said, Blacks, African Americans, my people, I love my people. They said we can have 99 things that we agree with. We already on 99 things, yo. Yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And have one thing that we disagree with. For the sake of the one thing that we disagree with, it's over. I'm cutting him off, bump him, this and that. And the second part, they gave the illustration about white people can have 99 things that they disagree with, but they find one common ground that they agree with, one thing. For the sake of that one common thing, they work it out together, man. Think on that, man. So Renee, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's good. I appreciate the invitation. If I'm in Texas, man, I shout you out. That's what's up. I'm a married man, but shout you out. Just turned 50, but feel still young. Yeah, continue to feel grown. You continue to feel young and live life and enjoy it to the fullest until that day come, man, because we're not guaranteed. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not guaranteed the rest of today. But I appreciate y'all, appreciate the time. My man, the True 209, you in Cali. That's what's up. My man. I'm just reading this comment. Y'all be patient with me. Big shout out, man. Listen, man, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate that, man. My personal opinion is that, Trump is driving the country, destroying the country with a lot of the stuff he's doing. It don't seem like he concerned about minorities, regular Americans. He cutting these jobs. He doing this. It's going to affect with the cuts in Medicaid and Medicare, it's going to affect our parents, our grandparents, and some of us, because some of us are getting older too, man. So it's going to affect some of us. Anybody who need medicine. So listen, these are very serious times, man. Very serious times. And it can be frustrating. It's like we at each other's throat, man, but it's so serious, man. It's so serious right now. You know, we got a president, some consider him a supremacist, who support supremacy. He didn't let 1,600 of them January 6th rioters out. Just let them out. So that with the deal back to how he acted, at the Oval Office, it's like he was a big boy. I'm Goliath, but Zelensky stood his ground, said, "No, I'm David. I'm not backing down." But he is in a position that eventually they probably gonna have to work something out because he's gonna have to defend himself against the big bad wolf, Russia. So we'll see what happened to that, man. I want to thank y'all again, man. Y'all are the best, man. I appreciate y'all. This is my first time in a long time doing it. I'm gonna have to do it again, man, because y'all touch my heart, man. Y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all. We ain't gotta agree about everything, right? But I will hope, man, that we all got some common good, and love and care for one another. But I ain't gonna lie to myself, act like that's what's happening. Because there's hatred, there's racism, and there's all that exists too. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Listen, if you have not done it already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel so you can be notified, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video, man. Thanks again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Until next time. Peace.